You call me Pat, Krabby Patty, whatever you want.
Okay. Mr. Krabs? I don't know.
For $5, you could call me anything you want.
Hey, man.
Whatever you want, man. You're paying.
Welcome back to the Storymoders podcast. My name is Robert. Mike is in a hot tub, but tonight we are joined by Krabby Patty. Hi, Krabby Patty.
What's up, y'all?
How you doing, bud?
I'm doing good. Thank you for springing that trap on me.
Yep. That's what we do here. And by we, I mean me. Only me. And Mike is always like, how long have we been recording now? And I'm like, you know what? I don't know, 10 minutes. And I yell at him. So,
Perfect.
yeah, it just happens.
Keep him on his toes.
Man, yeah, we've been kind of chatting a bit, but for those who may not know you, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself real quick?
Yeah, sure. My name is Patrick. I also go by Krabby Patty if you see me in the kind of funny chat. I guess the reason I'm here against my will is pretty much I run a Monster Hunter podcast that is called The Palabros. It's basically the quick elevator pitch is it's four best friends talk about anything and everything Monster Hunter. We try to keep you up to date on the latest Monster Hunter news, play trivia, do fun in-game challenges like the Monster Hunter roguelike, and just pretty much just talk about anything and everything Monster Hunter, you know?
Yep.
We've been fans of the game for so long, and I was like, you know what? This is a good way to kind of just keep in touch with my friends because, you know, I'm a horrible person and a horrible friend. So I'm like, hey, if I have an excuse to talk to you guys every other week, then will you guys come to my Discord? And they're like, sure.
No, that's perfect, man. That's perfect. As a first-time guest, and hopefully it's not the only time, it's up to you. Completely up to you. Not up to me. If it was up to me, if it was up to me, every one of our guests is like fucking every week, and we have 100 fucking people here because I love all of you. But first-time guests, we asked two questions. Okay. What is the first game you ever played, and what is your favorite game of all time?
God damn, because that's the second question is the one that I hate because
everyone does
any day. Yep. First game I ever remember playing is between three games. They're all fucking in their own right. Game of the year, game of a lifetime, whatever.
I swear to God, if you say Mind's Eye.
Mine's no, it's Leisure Suit Larry. Nah, Super Mario World.
Okay.
That is one of the very first games I ever remember playing. Of course, Donkey Kong Country as well. One of the very first games I ever remember playing, and Street Fighter 2. All for the SNES.
You are a fucking baby in the gaming world, aren't you?
Yeah, if I don't know if this is both the audio and a video podcast?
Both,
because for audio listeners, okay, yeah. If you hop on over to the video, you'll see a giant man-sized baby, and so yeah, Hawks is totally right. I am a baby.
So were you a SNES kid, an SNES kid?
Oh yeah, 100%. We had one in our house growing up, and then I remember when we bought our new van. One of the biggest selling points was probably my dad and mom having to endure hearing their youngest of four scream, "This one has a VCR and a Super Nintendo. Like, what are we doing in this parking lot still? What are you guys, idiots?"
Oh, man.
So, yeah, it's pretty much, I am a huge Super Nintendo kid.
Yeah. Hell yeah. All right, now don't skirt past that second question. Favorite game of all time?
Son of... See, man. Ah, man, this is gonna hurt. Because it's like, okay, what can I play for hours? What can I always come back to? What can I, what has shaped me as the person I am?
Mm-hmm.
And what, just what else can I put into this question that will tear me apart after I give a fucking answer? I'm gonna... I want to say because I've been playing it so much recently because there's a Monster Hunter background that I want to fucking get. And I'm probably going to get that done on stream. But I think it has everything that I kind of am into, that kind of makes me as a gamer. Tetris 99.
Oh shit, okay.
I fucking love Tetris. Tetris is like, it is the perfect game to me. I mean, I think it is the perfect game ever. People see it, they see how it's played, and immediately
you get it immediately. You watch Tetris for 20 seconds, and you're like, oh, okay. The only thing you have to learn if you don't have the controller in your hand is what button turns things, and that's it. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
and there's only two ways to turn them, and then there's a hold button now, depending on which Tetris you play. And my fucking god, does that game stand the test of time? And it gets better and better with Tetris 99, Tetris Effect, Puyo Puyo Tetris, like whatever the fuck it is. I absolutely love Tetris. Tetris 99 specifically was where I started getting really good at Tetris. I mean,
have you won a Tetris
99? Several, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Me too.
I haven't won any recently. I feel like the pool has kind of leveled out of just like, oh, people are still playing Tetris 99 are like way better than when it first released like 6 years ago.
Was there for some reason I thought Tetris 99 was like only a temporary thing.
No. So
because didn't they have one that was there a Super Mario Brothers one, right?
There's a Super Mario 35 for the 35th anniversary. That was temporary for like
a year or so.
Like no,
maybe if not even that.
Not like 3 months.
Okay.
Weird Nintendo decision, yeah.
Yeah, WND.
That also came around the same time that they released the Super Mario 3D collection for like 3 months as well. And so yeah, I was like, fucking Nintendo, I have to get both of these. So
like fucking just sell us a game, Nintendo. People want to give you money.
The thing is,
Miyamoto, I know you watch this podcast. Just fucking
exactly.
Give us a Pokemon collection. You dumbass. No offense.
I love you. Thank you,
Miyamoto-san. Yeah,
with great respect.
What is it about the Monster Hunter series? And what was the first Monster Hunter game that you got into that kind of was like, this is enough of my shit that I want to talk about this in podcast form? And I'm going to grab another beer. Yeah. I'm listening. It's wireless.
Yeah. Oh, me too. Look at us. Damn. Came prepared. Yeah, so I guess to start off, where my Monster Hunter journey started was it's kind of like a Joker's kind of origin story little thing. So like originally, one of my childhood friends, Jason, who has also been guest featured on our show, he one time at my cousin's house passed me his PSP with, I want to say, Monster Hunter 2 or I don't know, maybe Portable Third or something. I don't even know how the fucking naming goes.
No, the portable 3 portable is a Persona. That's Persona 3 portable. You're getting those confused.
Yeah,
they're both Japanese. I get it.
Got it. But so that was my first instance of just being on the sticks, And I was like, okay, I don't know what the hell this is. I'm fighting a whole bunch of little jaggies and like ads. I didn't even find the actual monster within like the 5 minutes that he let me borrow it. And I was like, okay, Here you go, Jason. Same thing kind of happened in high school when I met my best friend Brian. Of course, if fans of our show, he is the Mixette Maniac. Basically,
I'm not sure if we Palabros. The Palabros is the podcast name.
Yeah,
I feel like we didn't say that on the episode yet. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys don't know, I am the host of the Palabros podcast, yes, the Monster Hunter podcast. Where Brian the Mixette Maniac, we have all our little monikers there. I am aptly named the First Descartes because I am always dying.
Fair enough. Okay.
But basically, I went to Brian's house at one point and he was like showing me this game. It was Monster Hunter Tri on the Wii. And of course he showed me the best part, which was the underwater like hunt. And I was like, this controls like ass. I'm playing with a Wiimote and a nunchuck. And I'm like, this feels like ass. I was like, I don't know what we're doing here. So having those two instances, I was not a big fan of Monster Hunter. Fast forward to the launch of the Vita. I don't remember exactly what year that was, but
Vita means life.
It does. Yeah. Fast forward to the Vita, we end up getting Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, the old PSP title. I believe they may have played it before, but as you all know, there wasn't much to play on the Vita at launch or during its lifespan, unless you're a JRPG freak.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Persona 4 Golden,
I was
like one of the
I saw you
greatest
light
games of
up,
all
and I was like,
time.
wait, he's gonna blow out my fucking headphones right now.
Yeah, that
Um,
and actually was no, I think Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep was just PSP. So
that was PSP, but
yeah, the Vita is
yeah.
just P4 Golden. So.
Don't forget Luminous and Uncharted and Hot Shots.
You know what? I did forget all of those because I never had a Vita.
Perfect.
Yeah. So
yeah, so we ended up, justifying our Vita purchase with Freedom Unite after getting all those games. You're like, you know what? This is a cool 1 to 2, maybe 300-hour action RPG game. I was like, sure, whatever. I think you might have showed me this before. I'll try it out. Ended up playing the game. The first week of me playing Monster Hunter Freedom Unite was probably the hardest fought. It was just the hardest learning curve, the steepest learning curve of any game I've ever played up until that point in my gaming career. Been a gamer since I can remember, so I've felt like I've always been more of a above average gamer when it's in terms. Come from a very competitive family, so we always are always trying to compete with each other and play fighting games and all that stuff. But anyways, this was the first game that really tested my skill. And I'm not much of a reader, and if you play Monster Hunter, it is like the book, the game. So not reading anything, just sheer will trying to get through this game, and I am getting my ass handed to me for an entire week. I remember being on calling out for a couple days at my at my job at the time, and I was like, this game is fucking hard, man. I keep fighting this purple bird, which we know as the Yangaruga. It is
obviously
basically,
we all know that.
Yeah, we got even more obscure reference if you don't know. It's the Yankutku on crack. So yeah, it's another thing that you know very well.
Duh. Yeah.
Duh. How'd you not? So yeah, basically it was like I was getting my ass handed to me by this giant fucking bird. And I was on the verge of just being I fucking give up. I'm good with the 8-hour Uncharted I played and the 20 hours of Luminous. My Vita is justified. Yeah. And then that voice in my head, that competitive voice was don't fucking give up. Do it. Just fucking play the game.
Just the Shia LaBeouf meme in your head.
Yeah, just fucking do it. And so so yeah, I was like, okay, let's reassess, make some halftime adjustments. And then I don't want to say it fully clicked, but I started understanding, the pattern. I understood that Monster Hunter wasn't so much of a brawl, but it was a dance when it came to moment gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
And so understanding, things that game devs think of when they're trying to make a good boss fight, you try to have something that telegraphs a move so that the player knows, oh, let me jump over this, or let me dodge roll out of the way. And so just really kind of honing in on the actual fight itself rather than just attack. It was more so okay, I'm starting to understand this thing. And then within the span of the following week, I probably murdered about 200 Yangarugas. Their whole family tree was dead, and I was wearing the entire lineage as my weapon, my weapon and armor set. And I proudly came back to my friends. I was like, "Look, I did it!" And by then, they were just fighting elder dragons and stuff like that. And I was, "Oh, that's cute." But yeah, that was basically my first step into the Monster Hunter world. Was Freedom Unite. That's the one that I carry in my heart the most, just as a influential kind of thing. I think probably my favorite game to date in this series. If you want to kind of go in there and stop me at any time if I'm just rambling.
No, it's fine.
What is probably, oh man, see, I missed out on Ultimate or Generations Ultimate when it first came out on the 3DS. I was probably just busy with school and work that time, and so I was like, okay, I'll play a little. I'm starting to play a little bit of it now, and then I was like, this game is so fucking good. I have to get it on the Switch because I know they brought it out on the Switch. That,
oh wait,
that game is fucking
that
awesome.
Ultimate one for the Switch, that was a 3DS game?
Yeah, Generations Ultimate was a 3DS game originally.
Oh damn, I didn't
Same
know that.
thing with Monster Hunter Stories, and for you Xbox fans, Monster Hunter Stories Collection 1 and 2 is out now. So everyone who has an Xbox who hasn't played that yet, or is just interested in Monster Hunter and is not really big on the action RPG series, this is a more traditional JRPG style combat. Get into it. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a bit for sure.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I think Freedom Unite was my very first, jump into the pool of what Monster Hunter was. And, even after learning the moment to moment gameplay, there was still so much more I had to learn about, like, the grind cycle, like basically the video game circle of life. Excuse me. And just how like building up your farm, building up your village, how you get more resources to like upgrade your armor, and just all these things that was kind of cultivated in Freedom Unite before I took it on to probably my most played Monster Hunter game to date was probably 4 Ultimate on the 3DS.
Oh, wow. Okay. Hell yeah. Mike is unable to join us tonight. I did get a text from him confirming, he's going to not be able to join us tonight, so it'll just be the two of us. Totally cool. I apologize you're not going to get to meet Mike. He is the love of my life. He's an adorable human being, and I love him.
Aw.
Yeah.
Your Mike is like my Brian.
There we go.
I love you, Brian.
Yeah. Mike's doing
I brought this out for like a gag, but this shit is hitting, so.
I mean, yeah, it's fucking Capri Sun. It's perfect. You know? I just wanted to throw that out there just to let you know why I was a bit late today. And why I'm
man. Just don't let it happen again.
Heavily. Yeah. But let's do this. We are going to take a quick break. All right, welcome back. See? What?
Whoa.
It's crazy. Whoa.
Wow.
Right? As you just saw, the video for the thing that we just talked about. I don't know. Probably, you know what? We'll probably just put the Palabros theme intro in there.
Perfect.
Yeah. Spotify doesn't like it, but fuck Spotify.
Exactly.
Yeah, they got mad at me last week. Yeah. All right. Well, so let's talk about. So tonight we're talking about Monster Hunter because we've got a Monster Hunter expert here, an SME, a subject matter expert, as we in the IT business refer to them as, and we already talked about kind of how you became a fan, your first game and everything, but a question that I have, and I don't know how to really phrase it as a question, more of just like this is crazy. So the Monster Hunter games on like the Vita and the 3DS and everything, were those also multiplayer, like online multiplayer?
Yes, they were.
How? How?
Online multiplayer. Ooh, okay. So I believe the first one to have online servers, correct me if I'm wrong for anyone who's listening to the show, was Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. That is the one that had a dual release with 3DS and Wii U, the ever popular Wii U. Prior to that, oh, actually, no, I'm wrong. Monster Hunter that came out on the PS2, Monster Hunter proper, was basically like you could play online with friends through PlayStation Online at the time. If I'm remembering correctly, I actually never played that one. Like I said, my first real one was Freedom Unite, but I believe that was, the first one that was online. and then they went to the handhelds. Anything before Freedom Unite is a little bit hazy to me.
So like it's because the first, and I'll be honest, the first and only Monster Hunter game that I played was Monster Hunter World. Is that the last? Before there was Wilds, but then the one before that, right?
Yeah, World was the PS4 one that kind of blew up around.
Yeah.
That blew up in North America because it was pretty big in Europe and Japan.
Yeah, that kind of blew up the franchise in North America, and then Wilds just came out earlier. Is it this year?
Earlier this year. Yep.
Jesus
came out
Christ.
in February, I believe.
Oh my God! How?
And it's nominated in the TGAs for Best RPG, and it's definitely not going to win that one.
I am just like so. How is that this year?
Dude, what? Since 2022, 23, 24, something like that. Games have just been bangers of games.
Just
like throughout the entire year.
After
just
banger
after fucking banger.
Fucking,
you know, I don't even know her.
We're in the Seamus era of games right now. Just banger after banger after banger after banger. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
that's
a good
wrestling
problem
reference
to have, I guess. Well, my wrestling knowledge kind of ended in the Attitude Era, but
oh yeah. I mean, a lot of people's knowledge of things ended in the Attitude Era, including Vince McMahon's about sexual assault. Yeah. So like I said, Monster Hunter World is my first and only, because to be completely honest, I did not get into it. Didn't hook me for some reason. I think I kind of know why it didn't hook me. So this whole endeavor is called Storymoders. All right.
Right.
As in story mode difficulty, as in playing games on easy to get the story. And gotcha. Monster Hunter, you can't really do that, especially in World. And there was there was just like so much stuff being like, because I was playing with a couple friends that like loved it, you know. So I had like, you know, the backup and everything, but I was just like, I was an idiot. I'm still an idiot. I'm like, what is the story here? I'm killing monsters, and then a cat makes me food. What the fuck is going on? I don't like any of this. And I dropped off of it after like 10, 15 hours, which sounds like a lot, but in Monster Hunter, not a lot, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. That's all that Monster Hunter story really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I was going to ask you, actually, is what is there, from what you've played at least, and have you gone back to like look at anything from the older games, like watching video or kind of just reading up on them since was it do you say Monster Hunter Freedom Force?
Freedom Unite.
Oh my God, I was so close.
Fighting Force.
I was so close.
Yeah, no. Actually, yeah. So I don't know if you know him, but I don't know anyone who doesn't know him. Maximilian dude, you know, Yo Video
I know
Games.
The name.
Yeah. He's a very big streamer. And you know, just like you, I think
I'm not a very big streamer, but
I was saying,
I appreciate
in the sense
it,
that his very first instance into Monster Hunter was Monster Hunter World. And then, you know, he's played all of them coming out like sequentially. But the thing that was really interesting this year was he actually went to go back to playing the very first ever Monster Hunter. They got like a server running somehow. They started playing the very first one, and man, that shit was rough. I couldn't believe what the hell I was watching, and I was even playing it.
Yeah. And
I was like, damn, I thought the learning curve in Freedom Unite was hard. That's like 5 or 6 games later. Monster Hunter proper for the PS2 was like, wow, this is fucking crazy. Not too much on Portable Second, or Portable Third. Yeah, I mean, I have, like, because I have a second channel that is all dedicated to my Pal Bros Monster Hunter podcast, I do have lots of, you know, fun like shorts from different content creators going here and there. A lot of them are more centered around Monster Hunter Wilds right now because that's like the hot shit.
Yeah.
Ish. But I do like find some interesting shorts about like, you know, lore and, you know, story beats and stuff like that. But I don't usually go out of my way to look further back, especially because I kind of have to keep up to date with what's mostly current in Monster Hunter. Um, that being said, I just love the entirety of Monster Hunter as like an IP. So yeah, like anything that gets brought to my attention, even if it's past like Freedom Unite way back, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll take a look at this video.
Okay. So I'm gonna do a little transition here on screen. You're not gonna see this, but anybody watching will see it. Listening, you won't see it because it's visual. Why the fuck would you see it? Why do you think you'd see it? Think with your fucking head, not with your ass. Come on.
Jesus.
Thank you for listening. So on screen here, this is Wilds, right? This is from a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Can you see it? Okay. Now, question. Why are you James Woods from Hercules? James Woods was the voice of Hades in Hercules. That's the reference I'm making. If you played fucking Kingdom Hearts, you would know that. Nerd.
Yeah. So right now it's layered armor. I believe other RPG people called transmog. I never heard that term before, but basically, this is a seasonal event.
That rise up for our trans homies. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. 100%.
Trans rights are human rights.
Exactly. Seriously, no sarcasm there.
But
yeah. So basically,
I don't know if you can see the colors there. Fuck J.K. Rowling.
No. Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Sorry, I see in widescreen. So
no, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. No. Trans rights are human rights. Don't be a cunt to trans people.
Exactly.
They're just human.
Cunt to anybody.
Yeah, except for J.K. Rowling. You know.
There you go.
And J.D. Vance.
Act like a bitch, get treated like a bitch.
There's a lot of people you can be a cunt to, but not trans people. Most trans people.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so basically, Monster Hunter since I want to say since World has kind of, since they have like the more online aspect of it, has had seasonal events, like quarterly seasonal events. This one right now you're seeing is for the Festival of Cord Dream Spell, which was basically Halloween. The layered armor you're seeing right here is, you log in for like the week or so that it's up, and you get to do, just regular. You just play the game, earn tickets to build your armor, and then each armor is based off of each theme of that quarterly season.
Okay.
So this one was for Halloween. The one prior to that was summer, which was the Flame Fete. That is hard to understand how to say anything in this goddamn game. And then the one they started off the game with was Spring, which was the Blossom Festival, which was very, cherry blossoms, and stuff like that. Yeah.
Was there I might be like kind of thinking of something else. Was there a Final Fantasy crossover?
That actually came right along with the Dream Spell event that happened in October as well. So the title
that was like it was a crossover between Monster Hunter and then Final Fantasy 14, right?
Right.
And then in Final Fantasy 14, the steps were make a character, get to level 100, do this quest. And like those were the steps to do the Monster Hunter stuff. And it's like, that's easy enough, right? Just
just
play till you get to level fucking 100. Why not?
Right. I mean, I'm not from a Final Fantasy 14 world. So I mean, I'm really interested in hearing who, like, people who are in that universe, like what they thought about the Monster Hunter DLC, because on the other end for us, I have personally not played it yet, but it seems that the Final Fantasy 14 crossover is kind of like the saving grace of what's kind of going on in Monster Hunter in the kind of community going on right now.
Oh, really? Okay.
I don't know. Yeah. So Monster Hunter came out, just a quick, tangent. Monster Hunter came out February.
Fucking how? Jesus Christ. Once again. Oh my God. How?
It came out. Everyone celebrated. It was awesome. Come April-ish, find out that man, this game doesn't really actually have legs like prior Monster Hunter titles. Why?
Yeah.
Probably because of how, for lack of a better word, easy it is. But also there's performance issues. So come summer season, everyone's kind of been shitting on it. If you check on Steam reviews right now, it's been downvoted to hell. I think currently it is at a mostly negative review on Steam.
Pat, that's because they've got women who have agency in the game, okay? You can't do that anymore. You can't go woke. Or else you will go broke.
There you go.
If there's one thing that this podcast knows, it's going woke and not making money. So
there we go. I'm with you on that one. But yeah, so basically it's just like the issues that have been with Monster Hunter since like April-ish throughout October. Well, I guess technically still till now, is that the game is fairly easy as compared to, the prior entries. Easy, skill-wise, easy to obtain the materials you need to create all your armor sets and your weapons. Very easy. Like, there's almost no loot grind, which is, could be good, could be bad, but in terms of, in today's gaming landscape where everyone wants to have their game in everyone's mouth for as long as possible, the Fortnite-ification of games, having a game where you barely have to work for anything and just you could get in and out is kind of like death. So yeah, it's like when the Final Fantasy 14 collaboration came in, that was like the first big challenge. Yeah, that like the Savage Omega, from what I hear, is just a fucking different beast, and it's awesome. That's great. Like I love to hear that. The only reason if you're wondering why I run a Palo Bros podcast and haven't done that yet, I want to have that first look and first experience with everyone on my team. So that's
fair. That's fair. Like that seems like if it's a big ass deal, and for the team who's doing a podcast about Monster Hunter, it seems like that's directly up your fucking alley,
Yeah, and we all come from Freedom Unite, if not older. Yeah. I believe Max is the one that played Monster Hunter earlier than Freedom Unite, and so we're used to that challenge. We're used to getting our ass handed to us, and then reassessing how to do this fight and learning the dance, and just doing the grind, doing our homework, and coming out on top afterwards. Like that is essentially what Monster Hunter is to me. And I think that's kind of the same sentiment that people have who are like big on Souls games. Just going at something, understanding that you're gonna get your ass whipped a bunch of times, and then
you're start a fucking to masochist. I get it.
Yeah, there you go. A little pain is pretty good. So
just pain is pleasure, as Sum 41 said.
Exactly. Hot candle wax, just
like Ricky Martin,
barbed wire,
in Blink-182 when they were making fun of Ricky Martin. I can link anything back to Blink-182. Fucking test me right now. Top of your head.
Top of my head. Just what's my age again?
Exactly. That's a Blink song. That's how I do
it. they say that before in a song, I'm sure.
Oh man. Okay. So I think I remember, and I might be misremembering and conflating it with like a different game. But when Wilds came out, the issues and like the complaints that people had weren't necessarily with the game itself, but with like the end game. Mm-hmm. Was that correct? Am I correct in thinking that?
No. Yeah, no, that's still going on till this day.
Okay.
That's what's going on with like all the title updates and like everyone wanting more content, is because you get to the end game fairly quickly, and then there wasn't much to do until you had to wait for, DLC drops. And, them dropping arch-tempered versions, which is basically like the Superman version of the monsters that we've already faced. Bigger damage, I guess faster recovery speed. I don't know. I don't really know.
Bigger numbers on screen.
Yeah. So.
All right. Yeah. So what are your thoughts on Wilds? Have you been? Is it Wilds or Wild? It's Wilds, right? Multiple.
Yeah, it's Wilds.
Yeah. Are you playing it like weekly? Are you just excited for new shit? Were you done with it once you got to the end game and you were just like, oh, there's not much here? Because I know this stream is from a couple weeks ago, but it's doing kind of the seasonal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, so I have like 3 different types of like feelings about Wilds. Like the initial like the first foray into Monster Hunter Wilds, I had such a blast with it. It's a new Monster Hunter game. We've been waiting for it for years. Like me and my friends, we were so into Monster Hunter when they released the trailer at I believe it was a PSX. We were watching it at like our local theater, and we were the only 4 people in that packed theater that popped when we heard Monster Hunter, like just the horn coming in. We're like, what the fuck? And so, like just going into Monster Hunter Wilds was like, I can't fucking wait. This is so much fun. And then so we beat the game. Excuse me. Yeah, we beat the game, and there's that little bit of a lull, but I think to us who's played Monster Hunter for so long, we know that, the first game is never really like the end game. If you played Monster Hunter Worlds, you would know that, okay, later is Monster Hunter Iceborne, the other big DLC drop. Same thing with Rise. You get Sunbreak later on. And that comes from like the 3DS or handheld era of like, okay, we got Monster Hunter Tri like on the Wii, and then we're going to get it again on 3DS or something. And then we're going to get the G rank update. Capcom with, reiterating on their games of, Super Street Fighter 2, Hyper Fighting,
Super
Turbo,
Street Fighter 2 Turbo,
Ultra. Yeah, all the fucking extra things that you barely change, data depending on who you are. But all that being said, the big DLC drop, the G rank up like DLC, which is basically the second coming of the game. When we finished the game, I was like, okay, cool. Like this was a great entry. It is a lot easier. I don't think any of us carded the entirety of the story. Oh no, there's like a cheap kill in one of the boss fights.
What do you mean carded?
So carded is just the term for like wiping out or dying in Monster Hunter. You get up to 3 carts per hunt. That's why I am Patrick. I'm the first to cart. But basically, yeah, throughout the entirety of the story mode that we played is like, yeah, I think between all 4 of us, there's only been 3 carts the entire time we finished it. And then even towards the end of like the game proper, without any updates or anything like that, we didn't cart much. So it's like, okay, there's not really a challenge here. They have this thing that on paper sounds amazing where you can, save your investigations, like save hunts for later, and you get to see what rewards you get from them usually. So if you are looking for a certain part of a monster, say like a Rathalos Ruby, which has like a 2% drop rate from,
a Rathalos, that's a dragon, right?
That is, I believe it's classified as a wyvern.
I swear to God, Pat. Oh my God. Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm not the technical
Give
person,
me this. Yeah, it's been a bad day. Okay.
I want to go home.
I am home.
But yeah, so like if you have like something that you're missing, the one in prior Monster Hunter games is like, fuck, man, this is a 2% drop on this, and I have to like cut the tail in order to get this.
Yeah.
So, chances are we're gonna stay up all night trying to get this fucking thing. Now in Monster Hunter Wilds, what's originally on paper sounded amazing was like, okay, let's save investigations. Saving these investigations have guaranteed drops for this thing. And so now your entire loot grind has kind of gone, and that's why this game kind of has no legs, because you don't have to have people,
Okay.
running the hunt over and over and over again.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like, okay, you kind of fucked yourself over there. But us
you
again,
kind of fucked yourself over by making it, for lack of a better term, more accessible.
yeah, that's exactly what
Okay.
we've talked about on the show. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, each iteration of Monster Hunter after the handheld, games have been, how do we get a wider audience? And I think that is with
I mean, I think
big
it's
IPs, or
kind of fucked up of them to want a wider audience. A lot of white people already play games, bro. Okay.
I know, man.
Let's,
Stop
you know what?
catering to them.
Come on. Let's open it up.
The more you know. But yeah, like, I think that's just kind of the mentality of people, or these, game devs, of like, okay, we know the people who are going to come back to our game. How do we make more money and bring in a more diverse audience? We have to, make this game more accessible. And so the big thing that's been going on in the Monster Hunter community is each game gets easier and the community grows. So it's kind of this balance of like, do we want them like more money, of which is duh,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
how do we also balance that with keeping our, like, the people that have been here with us day one, the diehards, the people that are min-maxing all their armor sets and stuff like that. Like, how do we keep every party happy in order to like make the most out of everything?
Yeah.
And so it is I mean, I'm just a big dumb guy, so I'm just like, you give me Monster Hunter, I'll be happy. I'm gonna play it. I'll talk about it.
I was going to ask you, what do they have to do to cater to both audiences? What is the foolproof plan that will make the OGs happy? Because it sounds like, with World, like World, as we mentioned earlier, like World blew up, and that became not necessarily like the best Monster Hunter game, but like that almost became a gateway for people to be like, oh, this is something that like I can play with friends, and there's a lot of stuff to do here. And then Wilds almost catered to those people who only jumped in with World, and once again, for lack of a better term, like dumbed things down to be like, oh yeah, you can come in here, you could do everything. You don't have to, put 300-400 hours into it. But then the OGs are playing Wilds, and they're like, it's dumbed down to the point where I get through it really quick, and then I have nothing to do. So, like, what do you think? And if you don't have an answer, that's totally fine, because I didn't ask you earlier, and it's kind of a big question. But like,
No.
what sort of ideas do you think would help to almost bridge the gap between the older, like the old head fans, and this newer generation who picked up World and are kind of jumping on now? Like, not even talking about like the Ultimate series and the Story series, because that's a kind of a whole different thing, but just like the mainline series here.
I think, and it's awesome. I love this question because, I often think about this of like, how do we make a new Monster Hunter? Like, I'm not a part of the dev team, but like, how do we get a new Monster Hunter that appeals to both?
Yeah.
And
hold
honestly,
on, really quick. What the fuck is happening?
What do you mean? This is Monster Hunter, dude. Educate yourself.
All right.
No, this is the emote as part of the Dream Spell event, where you get free emotes as well. But if you're audio listening, for the audio listeners out there, I have the new pumpkin head emote where you and your Palico.
What is this run? What the fuck is happening?
Oh yeah, I love that. That is, oh man, that had me dying on stream.
What are you, David Ass Pumpkins? Come on. All right.
I think Verum Dex was the one who spurred that. He was like, "Oh, where the hell's your head?" And I put on my pumpkin head, and I was like, "Is that good enough for you, Dex?"
Verum Dex is one of our best friends. We love him here.
Yeah.
So
Shout
much.
out to Dex. Love everything.
Big, giant dick. Just not him as a personality. He has a massive wiener. So
swinging past his knees.
Yeah, just fucking
Absolute
swinging.
monster.
Just swinging. Just.
Oof. My God.
Yeah. It's like Reba McEntire. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so getting back to what Monster Hunter should,
yes,
in my eyes,
to bridge that
do
gap between old and new. Yeah.
Is, I think because of the popularity of World, which I view as basically the Resident Evil 4 of Monster Hunter, or Final Fantasy 7 of Monster Hunter, like the entire series. That is like the most popular one. That's the
Like
one that
that's the one that
that's the one
literally
that changed
bridged
the
the
game for
gap
everyone.
between the original fans and like this is the mainstream. That kind of broke them up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like in my mind, like the Persona 5. Like the Persona 5 broke Persona out into the mainstream, and now everything is kind of going backwards. And Royal came out and everything, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's like the David Tennant era of Doctor Who.
Yeah, these are all words that I agree with.
Exactly.
That I definitely know. So, yeah, I think I think what would please both parties is letting them know, like letting the newer audience get familiar with how tough Monster Hunter could be early on. You know, have those, we call them we call them skill check monsters. You know, that you fight early on. You fight like the small stuff, like the Great Roggies, Malfestios, stuff like that. And then you get like your checklist monsters, like your skill check monsters, like Anjanath for World. Anjanath was like the big dinosaur thing, had like the Spinosaurus shit flap going on. It had like that nose hood scoop that breathes fire, for everyone who doesn't know. That was like a bigger monster. Usually you'd have to spec differently or actually pay attention to it when it's attacking, as so not to cart. And so like have those skill checks, because like the entirety of Monster Hunter Wild's story, that I believe in our review that we did, was I think the worst part of Monster Hunter story, or Monster Hunter Wilds, was the story. It was too handholdy, for as obtuse of a learning curve as Monster Hunter could have been back then. Worlds was fine. Like I don't ever remember having an issue with the story mode in Worlds. Just having such a presentation on the story, which was never been a big point of Monster Hunter for me personally, and for the Palabros personally. I don't think anyone was like, yeah, we play Monster Hunter for the story. It was Monster Hunter's, let's get you into a room with friends and let's fucking hunt monsters and get cool gear. At the end of the day, yeah, there's a little bit of story here or there. You want to read it, whatever. Let's make it so that you guys can get into a room, no fuss, no muss. You don't have to go through a million menus, which unfortunately, like you throw on any like kind of funny Monster Hunter stream, like Mike is over there trying to like not rip his eyes out, fighting with menus. Everyone else who's actually playing the games, like so intensified in the games, like, yeah, how do we get Mike into that moment as fast as possible? How do we get the new players into the moment where they're with their friends, playing the game, getting cool gear, like understanding that, like how to fight a monster? How do we do that? And so I think the fix is, for as accessible as Monster Hunter is now, pull that back a little bit, like ratchet up the difficulty a little bit, make us, stop assuming that every gamer is like a brand new gamer.
Yeah.
Especially in the times of Dark Souls, like people love Dark Souls. It's a huge game. Night Rain,
and the big fucking hook of the Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Elden Ring series is the difficulty. Like you are going to die. You have to learn how to play this game, which is why I am shit at them and I don't play them.
But for the people that are shit at them, that have friends that are good at them, maybe if the friends chipped in and helped them, showed them, sherpered their way in, maybe you become a new Monster Hunter fan,
Yeah. And like not every game is for everybody. It's totally fine. But,
exactly.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of been my entire thought process on like, how do we continue making new Monster Hunters without, doing stuff like this, like shitting the bed of like,
without sacrificing the soul of Monster Hunter.
Yeah. And I know it's not as easy as like, oh, I said it, like, how come you guys aren't doing it? But like, I think that would be a good step towards the development of the next Monster Hunter.
Okay.
And I have a question for you, actually.
Well, actually, really quick, is just as yes or no, is there a difficulty setting in Monster Hunter?
I don't believe so.
Okay, I didn't think there was. I just wanted to make sure. Go ahead. Sorry.
My question, I think you may have touched on it earlier. Mm-hmm. What exactly was it that you didn't like about Monster Hunter World? Like, is there a specific thing that you just couldn't get into? Was it the fact that it wasn't really a story game, or
that's definitely part
mechanics?
Of it. It's there's no big story, and I'm, you know, we say like the Storymoders part of it is like playing games on easy, but for me personally, I'm a big like narrative story guy. So when the story is, there's monsters, kill them. Like that's for me. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, someone can do that. That's totally fine.
There has to be something more to back that up, right?
Yeah. And then for me, when I was playing World, there were, I think, and as silly as it sounds, as dumb as it sounds, just it was for me thing. The actual like gameplay, like, okay, yeah, we're hunting monsters. Makes sense. It's Monster Hunter. But there's no, like, you don't really have, like what is it? There's no, like, HP bar to tell me how I'm doing. I don't know if I'm close to defeating this monster. I don't know if I'm doing a good thing. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just pressing the button to hit, and then I've got friends that are pressing the button to hit, and then at some point it's going to die, or it's going to run away. And then we have to chase it and then keep hitting it, and then it's going to die. You know what I mean? Like, it's...
So it's a contextual thing.
Exactly, yeah. And it's, once again, it's 1,000% personal on my part. The actual gameplay itself, I've got a build, and I've got a weapon, I'm doing this. That all felt fine. Nothing wrong with that. It's just... maybe just like the presentation for me. Just like hey, this is what you're going to hunt a monster. We're going to fight it. You're not going to know if you're close to being done with this fight. You're not going to know if you're doing well. You're not really going to know if you're doing a lot of damage, anything like that, until it's dead. And then the story is there's monsters that need hunting. Let's hunt monsters. And you know, just for me, that's not enough of a hook, but that's me. You know, for other people that actually like the gameplay itself, like yourself and everything, you're like, I don't give two shits about the story. The gameplay is what's pulling me in. Awesome. Right. That's perfect. That's what it's built for. That was just me. Yeah.
No, that's a great answer. And, you know, like you said earlier, you know, not every game is for everyone. So yeah, that's a great answer. I was just genuinely curious of like, what is it about Monster Hunter? Because I know earlier telling my story of like why I almost gave up on Monster Hunter as a whole was like just because of difficulty, and now that is the thing that we like pine for. We're like, oh, we want it to be fucking hard. But yeah, like it, like there is. I shouldn't, you know, dumb it down to that. There is no story. It's just that the story.
There's like I said, there is a story, and I remember in World. You know, you're speaking to NPCs that are telling you, oh, there's this thing going on, and now monsters are like encroaching on the world because of this, and there's other things, and there's that underlying, hey, here's the idea of why we're doing this now in this space.
Yeah.
But you know, like for me, it's like, okay, that's great, but who the fuck are you? I don't know shit about this guy telling me what's going on. I don't know shit about this area that I'm in. I don't know shit about anything. I'm just thrown in here. And once again, if you're going in for the gameplay and you're going in for that, that's perfect. You don't need all that stuff kind of lingering around.
Have you ever played Monster Hunter Wilds?
No.
Because I'm wondering if Wild's story would hit for you. Like, it is, like, for people who know Monster Hunter and people who have done it thousands of times, sunk in thousands of hours, the story mode was just like, my goodness, can we just get to the hunting? But there's so much presentation that goes into the actual story that for completely brand new people, I just, like, there's too many games to play already, but I am so curious as to, like, if you were to play Monster Hunter or Wilds, like, I wonder how you would feel, because there was so much story. I'm just, as opposed to
I can tell you there's one thing that I love and hate about Monster Hunter Wilds. I love the character Alma.
My baby.
Fucking
don't tell my wife.
Hot as fuck. But I hate the character Alma because she's wearing glasses that definitely don't fit with the vibe of whatever the fuck game is. Like,
you take that back,
just like plastic glasses. Like, what the fuck are we doing with plastic fucking frames in this Monster Hunter world? Come on.
Right.
How do you have glasses? Why do you know what glasses are, but you don't have a goddamn, internet? I don't know. Fucking Ben
there's
Franklin.
Nothing explicitly that says that they don't have internet.
Fuck off.
We don't know that. Go grab a beer.
I'm grabbing one.
Sip my goddamn strawberry kiwi Capri Sun.
For some reason, like, because I think I watched, there were, like, kind of funny streams that I was watching when it first came out, and I just remember seeing that character. I'm like, oh yeah, she's awesome. Why is she wearing modern glasses? What the fuck is happening here? And I think I even Googled, when were glasses created? Like,
that's some crazy Monster Hunter lore. But speaking of lore, like I said, there is like an overarching story in each Monster Hunter game. Not to be, reductive of it for people who are interested in like the old games. It's usually some sort of giant monster is messing up the ecology, and basically, because of the presence of this monster, it is throwing off the basically circle of life. And that's
like
something
this giant fucker is here, and it's making all this other shit go crazy.
Yeah. And now, like, to preserve ecological environments, like, just you have to take out this monster because it's fucking everything up for everyone, and then it's just gonna come back to us. So it's like, like that is essentially what all Monster Hunter stories have kind of boiled down to, unless you watch the movie with Mila Jovovich, which is, I don't know what the fuck that was on. I don't even know what the story was.
I think it's on Netflix maybe or Peacock.
No, there's a CG movie. Oh, if it's on Peacock, that's perfect, because I've been meaning to. We as the Palabras have been meaning to go back to it and then redo the drinking game that we created for it. Just as Monster Hunter fans, we did it one time before. We got blasted.
Bring it up when we're done recording. I got you.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And so it's just,
I will join you also, because that sounds like fun.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
We ended up trying to play Monster Hunter afterwards, I think, and it was just a hard ass. It was extra hard mode.
I was going to actually bring that up, like how much, if any, does that like relate to the games other than the name Monster Hunter?
Dude, I think in the first 5 minutes, it opens up in like the desert of modern day America.
Yeah.
With, I think, Mila Jovovich in tow, T.I., I want to say Megan Good, like just random ass people as U.S. military soldiers.
You got Megan Good in this movie?
I think so. I don't really remember. I think she
watch
gets stabbed
this movie.
by Drusilla.
Holy fuck!
I mean, yeah, that girl's good.
Megan's real good.
Yeah, and it's just like so tone deaf of just like, what the fuck is happening here? They're like.
As somebody who is not like big into the games and hasn't even fucking watched that movie, I was watching trailers and I'm like, this does not feel like much. Monster Hunter. As a Kingdom Hearts guy, this does not feel like Monster Hunter. I know.
Yeah, definitely. There is, however, a Netflix Monster Hunter like CG movie. You know how they kind of like did like the Resident Evil,
those
CG Resident Evil movies. They did that too for Monster Hunter, and we've been. That's one of the things I kind of want to do. Also, is like another watch along with that, just to and then get our thoughts on that on one of our episodes.
Oh shit! Yeah, I didn't know about that one, because I know Netflix has done like a few like CGI kind of. There was like the Resident Evil one, and then there was like the Pokemon, which is just a remake of the first Pokemon movie. It was all CG that looks weird, but
it is very weird looking. It's off-putting.
Oh man. So that the Monster Hunter movie. Now we're going to talk about that for the next hour. Mila Jovovich, also known as Resident Evil character name.
Yep.
Jill? Alice? Is it Alice? Oh, it is. Oh,
it's Alice. The titular Resident Evil character.
Alice. The famous Alice from Resident Evil. Little tangent.
God.
I love how those movies going forward were just like, yeah, this first one makes no sense. So let's just start adding random video game characters in and just putting them in the worst fucking cosplay outfits that we can find.
God damn. That is, oh my God. I think I've been avoiding those movies just because it was like, they're a waste of time. But after I started seeing Wesker and fucking Ada, and I'm like, maybe I have to watch these movies just to try them. Because I remember watching the first one, I was like, this is horseshit.
Yeah. Like, this isn't fucking Resident Evil at all. You change a couple of terms in this movie, like, it's a fucking horror movie. A shitty horror movie.
I will say, though, I think at my cousin's house, they had Resident Evil 3 in, like, just playing in the background. And I had an epiphany of, like, I watched Mila Jovovich do, like, a Jean-Claude Van Damme, like, split kick midair to a zombie. And I was like, why is this so stupid? But when we see Leon suplex a zombie, we're like, fuck yeah. Like, what is the difference there?
I think, it might be the third one. Is that Extinction?
I think so.
Yes.
Is all brown. It was like a
it's like in a desert. It's like in like Vegas, but it was all for some reason covered in sand.
Yeah. That sounds like Resident Evil.
The only thing that I know about that movie that makes it my favorite Resident Evil movie is that there's a song on the soundtrack by one of my favorite bands called Fight Star. I don't even know if it's in the movie. I just know it's on the soundtrack.
Like it was playing in the background, like on radio somewhere before like a zombie came out.
No, I just know it's like it was on the CD soundtrack. I don't even know if it's in the film anywhere.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's called Death Car. It's fucking awesome. Okay, Monster Hunter. What's the name? Monster Hunter Stories. Like, so what are these? Are these like different series? Monster Hunter Stories, Monster Hunter, I think you said Ultimate. And then, Monster Hunter like 1, 2, and then... So, World and Wilds are the mainline Monster Hunter series, right?
Yeah, so everything we've pretty much discussed up until now has been part of the mainline series.
Yes.
You know, Freedom Unite, 3, Tri G, Generations Ultimate, 4 Ultimate. You know, we didn't mention it, but Double
the
X.
How is Generations not a side thing?
No, Generations is like the greatest hits of Monster Hunter. And if anyone listening out here wants to get into Monster Hunter like proper, play that fucking game. I'm playing through it again, like I said, like on my 3DS, but then I ended up buying it on my Switch. My goodness, is this game fucking good. So,
but does that play like Wilds and World?
No, it plays more like Rise without all the ninja jumping and shit.
The fuck is Rise?
Rise is the one for the Switch.
But that's not like World?
So,
all right, okay, you know what?
Yeah.
You go through the fucking... how many games are there?
Oh, man, I can't even fucking tell. Let's see. Pull up a wiki real quick.
No, that's what I'm doing. Right now, it's just the two of us on screen. As we talk, I'm going to pull up... I'm assuming there's a fucking Monster Hunter wiki page. Yep, Monster Hunter .fandom. Okay, that's...
Yep, the good old Monster Hunter wiki.
Let's see. Games. Now. Is that a game? Is Monster Hunter Now a game?
Mobile game? Yeah, that is the Pokemon fucking Pokemon Go-ification of Monster Hunter.
I think that's the one that like Greg Miller is obsessed with. Sunbreak.
Sunbreak is the DLC for Monster Hunter Rise, which was originally came out on the Switch.
Okay.
That one came in between World and Wilds.
Iceborne was DLC for World.
Yep.
Right. Stories 2 is a sequel to Stories. What the fuck is Stories?
Stories is the spin-off game that I'm currently playing through right now on my Twitch channel, and the Palabros put up all the...
What's your Twitch channel?
Gameplay there. It is twitch.tv/KrabbyPatty. Yeah. You see me in chat on Kind of Funny. That's just click on my name, hit the follow button, become a loyal customer today. And a fellow Palabro.
God damn it. That is.
It's not a good day for the Hobbs
such a
household,
perfect
is it?
name, Crustomer. God damn it, I love it so much. I love it. Yeah, I think I think the last time that I watched your stream, which was it may have been it was a minute ago. It was you were playing you were playing a Monster Hunter game, obviously, but it wasn't Wild or World. It was like was it turn based? Is that turn based?
It was turn based.
Okay.
This is the other thing I was gonna ask you. I was like, since you are a story, assume JRPG dude, persona has been name dropped a couple times already. And you did your demon school, so you have a tactics thing
demon
going
school
on.
Is so goddamn good. Oh my god, yeah. Can we talk about that for an hour?
Fucking work, dude. Go ahead, I'm down for it. I honestly, yeah, that was the other thing I was gonna pitch you when we're on that Monster Hunter Wild story beat. Was like, I'm not the big RPG guy. I never really was, which is weird because Final Fantasy X is like one of my favorite games of all time.
I mean, it's a perfect game.
I still consider myself. Oh yeah.
Yep.
I would consider myself more of like an action, like shooter, multiplayer, fighting game, everything other than like RPG, right?
Yeah.
Monster Hunter Stories is fucking awesome. As an intro into just Monster Hunter in general, it is way more, I want to say, palatable to like dive into the world of Monster Hunter because it gives you a story. And then it also revolves around the mechanics that are in Monster Hunter proper, which is the thing that keeps blowing my mind each time I boot up this game. Because I'm thinking, okay, it's just gonna be fucking baby's first RPG. It's gonna be Pokemon. It's gonna be, just an RPG. Like, has nothing. It has Monster Hunter in the title. Has Monster Hunter character, sure. It has like the monsters, whatever. And then there's so many fucking things that happen in this game where I'm just like, this is just Monster Hunter. Like, we're fucking, we're fucking mining for materials. We're like trying to like attack like the hunts that actually play out. They're not an action RPG, they're traditional JRPG. It's like, okay, we can attack the head.
Hold on, really quick. There's been a lot of discussion lately about like traditional. Do you mean turn-based?
Turn-based.
Okay, yeah, because like traditional JRPG, I don't know if you were watching, today is Monday, November 24th, there was a big discussion on like Kind of Funny Games Daily in regards to like JRPGs and turn-based games and action RPGs and Western RPGs, so I just want to, So Stories is turn-based battling.
Right.
Okay, I hate turn-based battling.
Oh,
yeah, except for the games that I love that have turn-based battling, which is
I agree with that sentiment.
Lately. A lot of them lately. The idea of it, I'm like, that's fucking awful. And then I play a game that has it, I'm like, okay, now I get it. This is perfect.
I love this. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, Joker. Let's do this. Come on, Gustav. Come on. Let's go, Verso. Expedition 33. Come on, Demon School. Every fucking game that I've loved in the past like 4 years has had turn-based. And I would, if you ask me, do you like turn-based battling? I'm like, fucking no.
Fuck no.
It's
what
dumb.
Games do you like? All the
yeah, Persona, Expedition 33. Yakuza Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. Demon School. But fuck turn-based battling.
Fuck turn-based. You get that turn-based shit out of here. Like this is, it plays just like a turn-based RPG. It is a turn-based RPG. It has like, I have never played the Fire Emblem games, but I believe there's like a rock paper scissors type thing going on there with like different weapons.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, no, that is like you mentioned that. What's the one that you've been playing or that you were playing? Was it Stories? Was it 2 or 3?
I'm playing the first Stories game.
You're going through them.
Yeah, still on the first.
Like there was you selected and it's been a minute since you played it or since I watched it. You like selected a move and then there was like an actual like rock paper scissors, boom boom boom, somebody's gonna win, and then you do an attack. So is that part of the strategy or is it literally just all luck?
So no, again, this is where this game kind of just blows my mind about how much Monster Hunter this is. It, like I said earlier in the podcast, Monster Hunter is a dance. It is not a brawl. So
That's a beautiful sentence.
Thank you. It's not mine, but yeah. So
fucking take it. It's yours now.
So basically, just like Monster Hunter proper, you have to figure out the cues and figure out, the telegraphs of what's going to happen in the fight. There's not so much visual cues in Monster Hunter Stories because it's a turn-based RPG, but you do have to keep an eye on how they attack each time. Sometimes they're going to do so. There's 3 types of attacks. There's power attack, there's speed attack, and there is technical attack.
That's okay.
If I remember correctly,
as I don't know if you can see now. So on screen, we have one of your Monster Hunter Story streams from like 4 days ago. You're running around on a chocobo right now.
Yep, exactly right.
That's probably what it is. Let me see if I can find like a.
There you go.
This looks like a battle. Okay, here we go. Yep.
Yeah. So as what we're watching right now is we're fighting a Black Diablos, and it's all Monster Hunter Stories battles is.
We don't like to refer to people as like their race and their skin color here. Okay.
Sorry, African American Diablos.
Thank you.
So I was hoping you would set that up. I love that. Yeah, so if you see over on your left-hand side, you have fight, you have skills, you have monsties, which is basically you can order your monster to do a type of skill move. Skill moves are basically, like your magic moves in, I would say, a JRPG, except for you can...
The fuck? This thing just attacked you and then fell over.
Yeah, it does that in game as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so like basically you have a rock paper scissors mode. Power beats technical beats speed beats power, and so each kind of turn that's going on is the monster is gonna pick a move, and you can kind of manipulate, the buttons on the left hand side or your actions on the left hand side to see if it's gonna attack you, if it's going to do a skill move, or what have you. Right? If you see like a red line pointing from the opposing monster to either you or your monstie, you can infer that it's gonna do one of those 3 rock paper scissors attacks, right?
Wait, could it do something else?
Yeah, so everyone could do either a rock paper scissors attack or a skill for the opposing monster, right? So the skills that you saw when you just pulled it up, it was doing a charge up so that its next attack would be strong.
Okay.
And so, yeah. So then it actually attacked and then fell over. And that's from those 3 things, you can tell like, oh, this is its pattern. It's going to do this, and it's going to lead into that, and then it's going to fall over. And so, yeah, that's kind of the, mind-blowing part of this game was like, I still have to learn like the dance. And I think that's so great that they translated that into the actual gameplay of Monster Hunter Stories that is completely separate from like the mainline games. This is still very much Monster Hunter.
Hey, Daniel Z, Dex.
Oh my God. Really quick, big shout out to Dex and bigger shout out to Danielle Z. She is my MHM, my most MVM, most valuable monstie. I went up against
Danielle Z is incredible. She is a loyal watcher of this podcast. She comments all the time. She's incredible. She has donated to our like fucking Extra Lives every year. She's one of the greatest fucking people.
Yeah, shout out to Dex and Danielle Z. And Funky Gouda in the chat, who's always in there.
Yes.
Trying to tell me to play the 100 Lines demo. I'm like, no.
God, Funky, I'll fucking play it when I have time, which is right now, because I'm unemployed. So, soon.
There you go. But yeah,
actually, I'm like so goddamn stuck into TCG Card Shop Simulator right now.
Dude, I bet.
All right, Hoxbox Games,
probably get into that too.
number 1.
There you go. But yeah, it is just like learning, the monster's moveset. Holy shit, I forgot about this mechanic, which I still don't understand how this happens. Basically, if you're listening, it turns into Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3, where there's like another rock, paper, scissors type thing that has like mashing buttons and you get extra damage. And it's just like so many mechanics that go into this whole thing. that, other than the mashing of the buttons, comes straight from the mainline games, and I think they did such a great job implementing them into a new form of just like, here's what Monster Hunter is, and if you're not into like the action RPG ness of this, like try this out, because this is literally the same thing, but more. You could take your time with it and still learn the ins and outs of the game. It is expertly crafted. This is a fucking 3DS game that was ported over to Switch.
Oh yeah, this is definitely a fucking 3DS game when I'm looking at it. Jesus Christ.
Definitely a 3DS game. I am so like Danielle Z has been hyping up 2 for me because I think she played 2 or watched someone play 2, and she's like all about the stories games.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, I can't fucking wait, because the shit that they do in this game, like, I'm like, the presentation, they have ultimate attacks like it's a goddamn Street Fighter game. And the presentation is absolutely amazing. I'm like, I should have tried this on the 3DS when it first came out. But yeah, I am totally head over heels for stories, and it's funny because I never wanted to pick this game up at all. I think I was working at GameStop at the time, and I was like, I need a game to buy Ryan and Brian, the other Palo Bros, like for Christmas. I might as well pick this up for me as well.
Yeah.
Tried it out for about 20 minutes, and I was like, there's too much reading. I don't even play Monster Hunter for the story. Like, fuck this.
Fuck this
and
dude.
Then started the Palo Bros podcast. I was like, I'm running out of content. Let's pick up Monster Hunter Stories. Tried it out, and I was like, fuck, I was so wrong. I've been pleasantly surprised at every corner of this game, and I'm like, this is fucking great. I can't wait for 2, and I really can't wait for 3.
Is 3 a new one?
3 is coming out March 13th of 2026.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if that was like, because I remember hearing about it, but I didn't know if that was a like a re-release or something like that. But Stories 3 is a brand new one.
Yeah, Stories 3 is the latest entry coming out March 13th, 2026. The trailer for that is actually what kind of got me to start playing the Stories games. I was like, what? I have like a back and forth issue with like the maturity of Monster Hunter, because at the core of Monster Hunter for me, it's always been like kind of how you like laid it out. It was like, I'm hunting monsters. There's a cat that's feeding me. What the fuck is going on? And I love that. I fully love and embrace
that. Like that's it's a thing for you. For me, not as much. Totally fine.
Yeah, I love the levity that the Palicos bring, and like the silliness, and just like, hey, we have fucking cats cooking like expertly crafted meals. So I love that in Monster Hunter.
That food's gonna be covered in fucking cat hair.
I mean,
there's no goddamn way they're not getting hair on there. If you have a cat or a dog, there was fucking hair in my goddamn glass, fucking freshly washed, because I have a dog who just, it's hair everywhere. As Chris Caraba from Dashboard Confessional said, their hair is everywhere. Screaming infidelities. I forget the rest of the words. It's been a minute since I listened to that album.
I think he probably says vindicated a couple times as well.
Oh my god. They were playing it. Dashboard was playing when we were young a couple years ago, and I heard Stolen, because I was having a mild panic attack at the time when they were playing, and I was like bummed because I really wanted to go see them. But I heard Stolen, which is like the best fucking Dashboard song, and I was just like, everything is right in the world for like 20 seconds, and then once again panic attack in the middle of the fucking Las
and then
Vegas
the rest of the
fairgrounds.
Panic attack ensued.
Yeah. Not a great time. You know what? No, not a great time.
Not the worst time.
Yeah.
Beer this
great
man.
Soundtrack to a panic attack.
I mean, it could have been like the Bee Gees, or, well, not the Bee Gees. I would say another one, Bites the Dust by Queen.
Dude, if I was fucking at a music festival and Queen was playing, I don't give a fuck what they were playing. I'd be like, oh my god, Freddie Mercury, I thought you were dead. What the fuck? And that would be great. Okay.
Remind me.
This is beer number last one.
Still on my first pouch.
Wow. You've got a problem. And a job.
Oh, make me feel bad about that. I'm sorry I can provide.
You piece of
sorry
shit.
About that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that.
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'll be on my feet. It's fine. It's just a shit day. So we've got the. It's kind of cut off here. It says Monster Hunt Wilds. Close enough. How many fucking games are in this goddamn series?
I'm looking at a list, and I'm looking at what the fuck is Monster Hunter Dynamic Hunting? Came out in June 1st, 2011. What the hell is that?
Fuck? So the first game came out in 2004, which I'm assuming is like the Japanese date for PS2.
Yeah.
And then portable 06. Monster Hunter 2 Freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then Freedom Unite. So Freedom Unite, you said that's the one that you started with.
Yeah. That is it looks like from the wiki that I'm looking at, second generation of Monster Hunter games.
Yeah, but looks like the fourth one that came out. So you've been on the Monster Hunter train fairly early.
I've been around the block.
Yeah. Monster Hunter 3 Tree.
Just try. They put the 3 there to distract you, but it's try.
Then you got Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. So is Ultimate just like the re-release, like you said, the
G-rank
Super
version.
Street Fighter? What's the G rank? Yeah. What does that mean?
So in Monster Hunter games, in proper Monster Hunter games, you have low rank, which is everything. It's just the game, and then which is like pretty easy to get into. The difficulty is not that hard. You are fighting like bigger monsters still, and then you get high rank, which is the same band of monsters. Now they do more damage.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Capricin is coming back up.
You've got a problem, but all
right. And so you have low rank and high rank, and then you have like your gathering hub in these older titles where you get to, that's where you meet up with friends and do like harder hunts. G rank is the rank on top of all those ranks, so it is like the next set. Big changes that happen in older versions of the game, where you no longer start out with a map. You now spawn in random locations on the map as well, and then monsters hit like a fucking tank.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, so it literally is just like, hey, this is Monster Hunter Tri, but harder. If you want
this
that.
Is Ultra Super Street Fighter 4 if you are a fighting game fan.
Yeah. Which is like, because I mean, once again, my mind goes to Persona. Like you had Persona 5, which came out, and then Persona 5 Royal, which added a bunch of like story stuff, but also gave you a lot of like quality of life updates. And it almost sounds like Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate is like, you had some quality of life things. We're going to take that away from you because fuck you.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, that's just G rank in general.
Okay.
I have to do a better checklist into what actually they added from Tri to Tri Ultimate. Other than like, I guess more monsters, like more flagship monsters as well.
Yeah.
But that's basically the gist of what's kind of happening there.
Okay. So then we've got Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate for the 3DS, and then Monster Hunter Generations, as you said, like a tribute to the last decade of the series with brand new areas. So this is Generations completely different from 4 Ultimate?
Yes. Yeah.
Like it's not just like, hey, this is 4 Ultimate Generations.
No.
We're building up. Okay.
Yeah, 4 Ultimate was the next one in line from Tri Ultimate, and then Generations was, like I said, as like the greatest hits album of Monster Hunter.
And then Generations Ultimate, which is the expanded version from the 3DS to the Switch.
Yep.
Okay. Then 5th generation, we've got Monster Hunter World and Monster Hunter World Iceborne. So this is almost the breakout of Monster Hunter in the mainstream.
Yeah, this is exactly that's what Monster Hunter World is.
And then So what is Rise? Is that just a version of World that could work on the fucking Switch? Or...
No, that's funny that you put it that way, because I feel like that's what everyone wanted. Monster Hunter World was, the big blow up for Monster Hunter in, the U.S. territory. Monster Hunter Rise was, I believe, the other team that developed like the older titles as well. They came out with Monster Hunter Rise on the Switch, which was the next mainline Monster Hunter title, and it kind of was like the last. I want to say proper, but that's not the right term. But like the last game that is more so like what you get from like 4 Ultimate or Generations than you do from World or Wilds. You know,
So
different.
I think that's a question that I had, and I don't know how much more time you have, but
I could go all night.
fair enough. Me too. It's not like I have fucking work in the morning. So because like for me, as somebody almost from outside, well not almost, but just straight up from outside, I see Monster Hunter, and even just like the fucking logos here, I see Monster Hunter World with this almost serious looking logo, and then you see Monster Hunter Rise, and I'm like, this looks silly. This logo, almost like it's colorful, it's more vibrant, really.
Yeah, I mean, do you see the
so like for me,
the
just looking at these, it almost feels like, and maybe this isn't the case, and you can correct me here. A Monster Hunter World is like, hey, we're taking the basic formula, and we're bringing it into like the modern age. But then Monster Hunter Rise is, we're making a PS2 game again. We're like we're making this kind of classic looking and feeling game. Is that the case, or am I completely off base there?
I think you are hitting most of it, and you're getting your information from me, the supposed Monster Hunter professional. But
yeah, you're the SME, the subject matter expert.
Yeah.
Me.
But basically, you're right in the sense that Monster Hunter World was kind of like, we're making what Monster Hunter.
Like it's like Monster Hunter World. Just even looking at these logos, it's like Monster Hunter World is the next generation.
Yeah.
Of Monster Hunter games, as opposed to what we've been doing. Because you see, like, this is PS4, Xbox One coming from the fucking 3DS and the Switch. Like that's a massive jump. Just there. The Switch, like the Wii to the Switch is meh, but the Switch to the fucking PS4 is a massive jump.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So from going from like Worlds to Rise, I think it was kind of like a whiplash moment for Monster Hunter fans that had just came in from Monster Hunter World, because it was like, whoa, what the hell? Like, well, you thought the next Monster Hunter would be Monster Hunter World 2, and it was like, nope. Like, we're gonna make fucking Monster Hunter Rise, and it's gonna play more similar and look more similar to the older generation of games without, like, the loading areas, because Monster Hunter World introduced like the map where it was all like no loading, kind of like from how Vice City to San Andreas, I believe, or was it San Andreas to 4, where you can go into a shop from the street without it loading, something like that, right?
Yeah. Like I'm thinking of fucking GTA, and I'm like, there's no goddamn stores you can really go into except for the tattoo shop and the gun store.
Yeah,
but whatever.
I'm playing Vice City some randomly on my backbone, so I'm just like, yeah, you still have to like load into places when you go in there, so
whatever.
But yeah, that's basically kind of like the bigger difference from like World to Rise. World was like the big expanded next generation map version, fully like fleshed out environments. That was the beginning of turf wars, where you get 2 separate monsters that are in the same like environment. They start fighting over each other. Really cool animations. Just things that kind of like really flesh out the world of Monster Hunter. And then Rise, even though it didn't look like World, didn't really play like World, it kind of played more like Generations Ultimate, in the sense that it is from like the older versions of Monster Hunter, where it's not like, I mean, there is like the map is still all one connected thing. You don't have to load into areas, but there's a thing between like Generations Ultimate and Rise where I think these are like some of the funnest versions of Monster Hunter, like in all Monster Hunter entirety, because like we talked about earlier, they don't dumb down Monster Hunter for new people, but they also add so much like mobility, super moves. Like it is like the Marvel vs. Capcom 2ification of Monster Hunter as a series. It's fucking wild. So yeah.
And that you said that was Generations Ultimate and Rise?
Yes.
Okay. And then spin-offs. Dynamic hunting, iOS, Android.
You fucking got me. I wasn't I wasn't playing mobile games back then.
Fair.
In 2011.
Yeah, and then stories. So 3D. This is the one that you are currently playing on stream.
Yeah, currently playing
RPG.
on PC. Yeah.
Japanese games. Okay, Monster Hunter G. So that's like the G rank that you mentioned, right?
Right.
Does that make sense? How? Oh, like 4 years apart. Still, fucking PS2 to Nintendo Wii. There's only one generation between those, huh? Holy shit.
Is it?
How?
Well,
how?
PS2
it's PS2 was
original Xbox GameCube, and then it's Xbox 360, PS3, Wii. So depending on what time, like if you get the end of the PS2 era into the Wii era.
Oh, okay. No. For some reason I was thinking the PS2 era was the 64 and 64 era. No, that was okay. That for some reason feels like a massive jump. But it's not. It's 4 years as we see here. But it's like those seem like two completely different eras.
It does.
Yeah. PSP. So Monster Hunter Portable, I'm assuming is just the first Monster Hunter game, but on PSP.
Yeah.
2. Okay. So the Japanese game is called Monster Hunter DOS. All right.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Why not?
Yep. And then on the PSP and then PSP. So, okay. So yeah, it was really just like World was really the big breakout game. Now, what the fuck is this?
Oh man, this is something I really wanted to get into.
What the actual fuck?
Yeah, this is like the MMORPG-ification of Monster Hunter. I guess there was a online component of just straight up Monster Hunter Frontier. Our buddy Max over at the Pala Bros is the only one who's ever played it. I think we could still get it till this day, but it is like the sense that I've been talking about Rise and Generations. It is old school Monster Hunter, but it is like ongoing, and they're like, or I guess it's gone up to, I don't know, where are we at here? There's hella shit that's going on, but like I said, Monster Hunter is huge in Japan, so obviously they get all the good stuff. And I believe they added 2 new weapons in that
two
game.
Whole 2?
Yeah. I mean, when you have 14 weapons to choose from, 2 new weapons is pretty big.
I just looked up Monster Hunter Frontier on Steam and nothing pulls up.
Yeah, no.
Oh, but one game has been excluded from my search because I'm like, hey, don't show me hentai. So let's see if that was. Oh, nope, that's hentai. That was hentai. Okay, that's not it. All right. Well, that happens.
Add it to wish list and go.
So, what the Frontier. Also Frontier? Oh, Season 1. Season 2, Season 3. 5.5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1? What the fuck? That's not how numbers work.
Well, if you see, there's Xbox 360 under there, so maybe they had some influence with the naming convention around that time.
What's happening? Okay, Diary. Okay, that's not a game. What are we doing here? Diary series?
Diary series?
Do you know what the fuck this is?
Nope.
Okay.
It looks like it has something to do with a bunch of Palicos. So
mobile, PSP, PSP, 3DS. That's probably your shit then. Spin-offs.
Yeah.
Mobile, dynamic hunting, which is when you said you didn't play?
No.
Okay.
No, the only mobile version of Monster Hunter I played is now.
Okay. This one, that's, these are things that I can explore. Or explode? Explore. Okay.
Explore.
Stores. Chinese games. The Monster Hunter Online.
TBA.
Good. So much shit here. Closed beta 2015, formal launch 2016. Oh, so they just never updated that last page. Oh, it's been discontinued as of 2019.
Ooh.
Okay, well, that's fair enough. I love seeing these like random, hey, we have an online version of this game that you've never heard of in America.
Mm.
Like there were some Kingdom Hearts ones that never came out here. There's a fucking Yakuza one. I don't think it's still active, but there was a Yakuza one that has, a lot of shit here. Japan exclusive. Yeah, you're missing out on a lot of games here.
Yeah.
You call yourself a pala, bro? You have 17 games.
Oh, I don't know if you know what palbro means, but it means, bottom of the barrel. We're the little fucking furry creatures, cats that aren't real hunters.
So Monster Hunter Now, you said this is the Pokemon Go game.
Yeah.
Right. So is this literally just like Pokemon Go? You go out and you trying to catch monsters.
Literally the same exact Niantic formula. It is
fair enough.
Pokestops, Monster Hunter stops.
Yeah. All right. Well, what? So I'm trying to think of any other, because there's so much Monster Hunter that I don't know, which is all of it. Let's kind of wrap it up here. Let's say if you wanted to get somebody into the Monster Hunter sphere, what would you recommend a brand new person who has no idea what this fucking series is about, anything, what would you recommend they start with?
Obviously, that's hard because I would like to know what type of games that they kind of gravitate towards in general.
Let's,
right? If we're going for blank slate,
quote unquote, like, so let me give you a couple here. A Soulsborne fan who loves the challenging games, okay, and somebody like me who loves the narrative-based games.
Okay. Yeah. So I would say for both of these people, I would both recommend Wilds just in general because it is the newest game. People are still currently playing it, so there's a community behind it playing it. So that is the biggest draw for this. It is easy to get into, but that is just kind of my general of like play Wilds. It's the newest one. It's out. People are still playing it. I come from fighting games, so it's like the best time to get into a new fighting game or to get into a fighting game is when it first drops, because that's when you get the biggest player pool of people, and you're not going to be going up against just hardcores, like people who've been playing it for hell long. Same sentiment, same idea there is like, this is the newest game. It's still being, there's still content that is coming out for it. Play Monster Hunter Wilds. It is a fun time. You've never played it before. It is very easy to get into. The story mode kind of really teaches you the ins and outs of it. So, and yeah, I mean, for the most part, it runs well. For the most part, it runs. On console, you'll have less of an issue with that, but if you're a PC person, you may have an issue. So kind of going towards the person that is more, into the challenge, into the Souls-like stuff, go ahead and hit up Generations Ultimate. That, like I said, it is the greatest hits version of Monster Hunter. In the entirety of the Monster Hunter series. There's so much content in that game. They have 5 different maps that come from the original maps, the original hubs of Monster Hunter throughout the entire series. You could pick whichever one and start your missions from there. So there's lots of like love and attention to detail, and like, hey, you remember this song from Poke Village back in Freedom Unite? Here, this is where this is my basic hub. You want to go
Village,
back
like
to
Pokemon? Are there Pokemon in this game?
No. I mean, that'd be a cool collab. We can kind of talk about that.
I'm going to ask you that here in a minute. Yeah, once you, that's.
But yeah. So for the person that's looking for the challenge, that likes, a steep learning curve, that likes obtuseness in their game, that likes friction, the idea of like things don't just come to you easily, you have to earn it. Definitely Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate is like, I can't recommend that game enough. It is like Monster Hunter proper in like its entirety. Just go get that game.
It's like the
probably
most
cheap as hell
distilled
now too.
version of Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pure 100% unadulterated, just Monster Hunter.
Okay.
For someone that is new to Monster Hunter, that is just like, I've heard about this game. I know people like it, but I've never touched it. I'm not, I'm feeling kind of cautiously optimistic about my first ever dive into the Monster Hunter series. Other than Wilds, I would say, try Monster Hunter Stories. Stories 1, Stories 2. Like I said, they translate the gameplay from Monster Hunter and the mechanics and the systems so well into those games that you're essentially playing Monster Hunter just at a slower pace. And you get like an added story. There's more of a story that I can remember from Stories than I can from any of the mainline games. And so, yeah, like anyone looking for this story and looking for a fun way to get into Monster Hunter story or Monster Hunter proper, to get into the universe, take a look at Monster Hunter Stories. You're going to have a great time, and it's going to seem more familiar to you because there's a somewhat like Pokemon mechanic in there where you
with like the
collect
turn-based
different
battling and everything.
With the turn-based battling, but also you collect different monsters from the series, like monsters that are like favorites and stuff like that. You get to name them yourself if you want to. That's why you saw Danielle Z and Verum Dex in there. And you get to learn all about their moveset and so Monster Hunter Stories or Wilds for the person that is coming into Monster Hunter, just wants to know more about the game and kind of how the systems work and mechanics and story and fun, colorful monsters that everyone tends to love.
Yeah. All right. Now, I've got one final question for you. I'm going to ask this, and then we're going to have a cut, and you're going to answer it because I have to pee so bad. So I'm going to give you a couple minutes to think about it. Okay.
Let's do it.
So you had the Monster Hunter Wild Final Fantasy crossover, right?
Right.
Take a couple minutes. Think of what would be your ultimate dream crossover with a game, and what would it be specifically from, going through both with Monster Hunter Wilds, because that's kind of where we're at now, with that's the newest game. So between Monster Hunter Wilds and any other gaming franchise, anything, what is your dream crossover?
Okay. So there have been collabs in the past with Monster Hunter.
Yes.
It is a Capcom title. So we've seen Okami, like Amaterasu, be a mount that you had in Rise, which is something I've always loved. You get to
what is that?
So in Monster Hunter Rise, you actually got a mount, like in World of Warcraft, where you can like traverse the map with, you're kind of like a small little dog.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time you get like another Palico type monster that aids you in battle. In Monster Hunter Wilds, there is like a Chocobo character called like your Sacred. So that is essentially what it was for Rise, was, you get a mount. And so like with one of the collabs, they had Okami, and I thought that was fucking awesome. Huge fan of Okami.
So Okami from the game Okami.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that didn't click in my head, the name Okami. Okay.
Yeah, no worries. And then other collabs, you get Mega Man armor for your Palico. You get the whole like layered armor to make your character look like Dante from the Devil May Cry series. And then other big collabs of like, you see Savage Omega from Final Fantasy 14, or Behemoth from the Final Fantasy series from Monster Hunter Worlds.
Yeah, I remember a Mega Man thing in World.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember exactly what it was, but I remember there was like a Mega Man thing, and I think I made fun of it with my friend who was playing it. I'm like, how does that fit in the goddamn world? But
Yeah.
Mila
I mean, if
Jovovich.
you even take a look at my Palico somewhere in this video, if I'm not too busy dying, like he's wearing a Blanca Chan outfit from Street Fighter 6.
Perfect.
So like I love all the little collabs and stuff like that. Taking this question into account, like what is the one crossover I would do?
Anything does not have to be Capcom, obviously. Just anything.
Right. I would like as a collab, because I'm gonna take this in another direction after this. As a collaboration, I would love to have like a Shadow of Colossus DLC where
Oh
you
shit!
fight
Okay.
the 16 Colossi. They're all
Yeah.
different monster types, and so I think the seventh or eighth Colossi, like the smaller one, would fit perfect into this. But like obviously there have been giant battles like the Duran Moran or I forget the one from World where he's
Wait, you
basically
fight
you're
Duran
scaling a
Duran in
volcano.
this game?
Yeah, man.
Holy
Where have you
shit!
been? I'm trying to
Jesus
tell you, Monster
Christ!
Hunter is the shit.
God damn! Are they hungry like the wolf?
Yeah.
Obvious. Like, oh my god.
I mean, what do you expect? Um, I'm trying to think of all the Duran Duran songs in my head, but I can't.
Her name is Rio, and she
can't.
dances in the sand.
There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
you and me, right here.
right there,
Perfect.
right there. We gotta do this more often.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Shadow of Colossus would be a really cool like. Oh, there's like, hey Hunter, there's a monster that we've never fought before. It's a
Look at this.
gigantic thing you have to scale. Whoa, look at that.
Perfect.
Oh, is it ice cold too?
I mean, I just took it out of the fridge, so it pretty much is.
Damn. I could go for a good Guinness right now.
I bought a 4-pack of Guinness and 2 Monster Energy drinks to make a Gonster. And
that sounds dangerous.
Yeah. So, yeah, keep going.
Yeah, I think Shadow of Colossus would be a very interesting collaboration to do with Monster Hunter Wilds. In other Monster Hunter games, you've scaled giant monsters before. They're called like siege missions, where basically you're trying to just redirect this giant monster because you can't actually there's no actual dance. You're just kind of bullet sponging them.
You're kind of surviving until you can hit like a kill move almost.
So I think that would be a cool, interesting, like visually interesting, and also like bringing the music from like the Shadow of Colossus game, like that would be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I also took this question as like if I could create a brand new game that is in the style of like another game, but it's Monster Hunters.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of would like we flirted with this idea before on the Palo Roses, like, of course, Pokemon. Let's have
like
Pokemon
an actual
be,
like collectathon shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, actually, I'm taking it as more like, hey, let's Monster Hunter World Pokemon and make them let's make Gyarados his actual size. Let's make Charizard like
so the opposite, like bringing them Pokemon into Monster Hunter.
So, yeah.
Okay.
And then you gotta fucking cut off their tails and like bash their skulls in to
it's never gonna happen.
Yeah, no. Well, we could dream though, but I think a better like a more, I guess if you wanted like a more adult themed version of that, there's obvious comparisons, but Dark Souls, bring these fucking gigantic, like awesome monsters from all Dark Souls
Discharge.
Yeah.
Thing. I know there's something with the name Discharge, and that's just the loathsome dung eater. You got to fight him.
Yeah. I mean, There's
all of my Dark Souls like references are Elden Ring because that's the only one that I played.
There you go. I mean, I think the only thing I played was Bloodborne.
There you go.
So yeah, Bloodborne would be fucking cool, or just Dark Souls monsters in general. And then if you want like a fun, like, hey, let's just turn Monster Hunter into like a fun mascot beat 'em up, like let's make a Monster Hunter title where
bring on Knack.
I'm sorry, Mark Cerny, but no. I would say let's make fucking War of the Monsters, but with Monster Hunter monsters. That would be fucking cool, right?
Holy fuck. That game, holy fuck, War of the Monsters.
Yeah. It's just like
there's not a lot of perfect games in this world.
No, there
War of the Monsters is not one of them, but it's great.
It's like such an unassuming game too. You're just like, what the fuck is War of the Monsters? You get it, you put that in, and then you have your friends in the room. You're like, this game fucks, dude.
No, you get it and you play it, and you're like, I completely understand what the fuck War of the Monsters is. Like, what is this? You play it, you're like, nah, I get it, love it.
Yeah,
yeah,
that would be fucking awesome if we could do some sort of Monster Hunter version of that.
Oh shit. I had a thought for this question, and I don't know if you would dig it, or if it's like, because mine is a lot more like out of the realm of a Monster Hunter, like that type, like in a certain sense, like Final Fantasy, you can make sense because it's like, oh yeah, they've got giant, actual like dragons and shit that are more akin to the Monster Hunter world, and even Shadow of the Colossus, it's like these giant beings and everything that you can kind of see in there.
Right.
But for me, Monster Hunter, you're playing Monster Hunter Wilds. There's a giant explosion in the sky. There's a giant green cloud. And out of this gigantic green cloud / portal thing, a super mutant behemoth from Fallout drops out. And I'm thinking like the super mutant behemoth from like Fallout 76, because that's what I play. I mean, I love all the Fallout games, but like 76, because they're just like, they're massive beings. So I was thinking like a Deathclaw, yeah, but they're not, unless you do like a gigantic Deathclaw, it's just kind of like that's like a creature that's slightly bigger than humans, but a super mutant behemoth. And even from like, so specifically from Fallout 76, the Scorch Beast Queen, which is like a giant dragon type, it's a gigantic bat, but for Monster Hunter heads, it'd be more of like a dragon type thing. It flies off, and then it does like sonic attacks at you as it's flying over, and then it will land and do attacks and shit, and then it brings ads as you're fighting it when it's on ground. Okay. That's the super mutant, or sorry, the Scorch Beast Queen in Fallout 76. But just for an overall Fallout vibe, super mutant behemoth, which is just a gigantic super mutant. Or even, if you want to get specific, the Swan from Fallout 4, which is a very specific super mutant behemoth that has like a, it's in like a little tiny pond with like a swan boat. That's kind of its whole gimmick, whatever. But like one of those gigantic super mutant behemoths, or Scorch Beast Queens, or Fallout 76 heads will know this name, and like an Earl. One of these gigantic world bosses showing up in a Monster Hunter and like using that kind of functionality instead of just like, because in Fallout 76 I just hold my button down and I shoot, and then I have the HP bar. I can see how close I am to killing this, and like in 76, Earl is a Wendigo Colossus. And it has a very unique skill that it screams out, and then your character becomes terrified, and you can't control it, but your character like turns around and just runs away and is literally doing like, oh my god, I'm so scared. It's adorable for a couple seconds, but if you're in the wrong place and you get terrified and you start running, there are a few hazards around the area, like a gigantic drill with like multiple, like.
Okay,
drills.
so
so if you're fucked over and you get terrified and you run into that, you'll just die and you can't do anything about it, But that's Earl. But yeah, like
it's interesting.
One of these gigantic Fallout characters or enemies dropping into the world of Monster Hunter.
So I'm looking up here.
Yeah. Are you looking up here, Earl?
I'm looking at both Earl and Scorch Beast.
Yes.
In So wait, let's see if I'm looking at this correctly. Okay, Earl is pretty big. Okay.
Earl's giant. Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
The
there
the
are
Scorch
monsters.
Beast is not that big. Look up the Scorch Beast Queen.
I got that one. That one's
Okay.
huge.
Okay. Yeah.
That one looks like it actually translates straight into Monster Hunter, no problem.
No, exactly. Which, for me, honestly, not that fun. Because, like, you could see the Scorch Beast Queen in that Monster Hunter world. But a Super Mutant Behemoth or an Earl, like a Wendigo Colossus, like, for me, the thing that I love about kind of crossovers like this is when you see shit that does not belong in that world.
Right. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I don't think we have anything that looks remotely human that we hunt in Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
So that would be interesting to see, something standing up on two legs.
Yeah.
And just kind of like walking towards you.
The Super Mutant Behemoth is on two. It's bipedal. It has usually like a giant club that it's using to attack, and then it also will it'll grab chunks of the earth to throw at you as like range attacks. The Scorch Beast Queen, when she's on the ground, for the most part, it's just like swipes with either her or one of her claws or her wing. But then also she's going to jump it, like she's going to go into the air as she's flying over. She's like dropping like almost like poison gas probably from her asshole. I don't know. But then also doing, like I said, sonic attacks that will hurt you. Earl just hits you, and then he'll do that like that the terrifying thing, which will make you actually run away, and you can't make your character not run away for like 3 seconds. So when you get terrified, you're just running away. Literally, and look it up, your character's like...
I mean, they already have that sort of animation too in Monster Hunter.
Okay.
Yeah. So like if you tend to like sprint away from the monster with your like weapon sheath.
Yeah.
There is a like last ditch effort we call like the leap of faith. Which basically, if you dodge roll while you're sprinting away and you're in that animation of like, fuck, like if you see the Pal Bros intro, that's what everyone is doing.
Yeah.
Just running away from the fucking monsters. Yeah, you'll do like a leap of faith, a last second thing. So they already have that mechanic of like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah.
But if you add the implementation of like, you can't do anything except for run away, like that'd be fucking.
That's like 3-4 seconds where you cannot, you can't. All you can do is like move the camera around your character, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean that would be smart too, because then you would learn that dance in Monster Hunter and be like, okay, I know he's gonna start screaming around this point. Let me position my character in a way so that I don't run into a fucking wall or run into like, So that would be that's actually really cool.
Yeah, like
I can see
Earl,
the behemoth too.
Yeah, like with Earl, you can kind of. You can get the sense that he's about to do the thing, and then if you are if you're a ranged attacker, like if you've got a gun and everything, then it's like, oh, let me back up a bit and I'm out of the range of getting terrified. But if you're a melee character, like which a lot of people are, because there's definitely perks to being a melee character in 76 for some people, and it's just like, oh, I'm gonna have to tank this, and hopefully. Like, I'm going to have to be in a place where when I run away for a few seconds, I'm not going to run into a giant drill that is going to kill me instantly.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
because you only fight Earl in one place that has drills around the entire area. Like, that's the whole point of him. But, yeah.
Yeah, that's a fucking cool-ass idea, actually. I like that one.
Come on, Fallout 76, Monster Hunter Wilds. Let's do a crossover, and then bring, it. In my mind, this is my theory. It's not proven. It's not true. Okay. Have you played any Fallout games?
I had this conversation with Flame Fox on this actual stream.
Dude, Flame Fox is fucking awesome. I love her. She's going to be joining us for a Fallout season.
I've heard,
recap.
I want to listen to those.
Yeah.
Also, so I have nothing of Fallout other than 20 minutes of Fallout 4's character creator. Tried for so long to make Mad Max, and then I was like, this is taking too long, and ended up playing something else. But I am interested in the Fallout games. did start.
Highly recommend.
Yeah.
Fallout Season 1. The show, I think, so my brother doesn't play video games. He plays games. He plays Madden and FIFA. Like he plays the sports games every year. He enjoyed Fallout Season 1 as somebody who has never played the Fallout games. So I would highly recommend, if you have any passing interest and you're like, I don't think I can play one of the giant RPGs or like 76 or anything, like the Fallout TV series.
I mean, I watched the first 10 minutes of it, like literally after the bomb dropped.
Yes.
I was like, fuck, I want to watch this right now, but it's like late, and then just,
watch Season 1. Season 2 starts December 17th. We are going to have a weekly series breaking down each episode with different guests each episode.
Okay.
That's what we're
hoping. How many episodes is the first season?
8.
And they're about an hour?
About an hour, yeah.
Okay, I could do that. Yeah, because I want to listen in on that. Because that's
it's either awesome. 8 to 10. I think it's 8. Yeah, and then season 2 is 8 episodes as well.
Perfect.
So, but yeah, Flame Fox, awesome. She's going to be joining us 1 week.
Hell yeah!
But keep going. Sorry.
Oh no, yeah, no. I would say those 2 or 3 monsters. I think the implementation of those, I could see the idea of that working, especially because you have siege type, hunts, like I said before, where you do actually use your environment. You have to gather like ballista ammo and like giant cannonballs and stuff like that to like repel the monster away. It would be interesting to have that turned on its head and be like, okay, you think you're in this arena, you stumble upon this arena with Earl, and you're like, okay, I know what to do here, and you realize, oh shit, this isn't like this is not for me, this is for him.
This arena is not my arena to fight him.
Right.
This arena is his arena to live in, and I am breaking in, really.
Yeah, I think that would be a really cool ass idea.
And that is what the Earl fight in 76 is from pretty much all of like the world bosses, and we're jumping to 76 here momentarily. I love Fallout. But for pretty much all of like the world bosses in Fallout 76, you have to go into one of the nuclear bomb silos, nuclear rocket silos, and launch a nuke at a specific spot on the map in the world, which then is the thing that brings out that world boss. So there's...
Oh, that's cool.
I think right now, and I'm pretty sure, I'm trying to think. I think right now there are 4 spots on the map where if you drop a nuke, it'll bring out a world boss. There's the Scorchbeast Queen, who was the original. She's been there from day one. Bedtime. I don't have a job. There's Earl. So you have to drop a nuke on a specific point on the map to draw out that Earl quest. There's a thing in Fallout 76. There's Nuka World. Nuka-Cola is it's Coca-Cola in the Fallout universe. And in the lore, there's a thing called Nuka World, which is like a traveling circus. And after the bombs drop, there's still like a troupe that's kind of going on with this Nuka World traveling circus, and it's in 76 now. And if you drop a nuke on Nuka World, it will bring out a world boss. And then there's a 4th one in a new area that they brought into Fallout 76 last year. That's like a brand new. It's part of the map, but until then, like the map was cut off and you would just get blocked from moving. But now you can actually go there, and there's a world boss there where if you drop a nuke, it brings out this world boss. But out of all of them, Earl is the only one where if you drop a nuke on the area, and it is a very specific dungeon that only it's limited, so like not everybody in the world can go to it. It's only up to 8 players. So you have to actually go in there, and if you miss it, you miss it. But it has a very specific area, like I said, with all the shit around it, where like if you get terrified and you run into these drills, you'll die. Like, so it is a very specific dungeon area. So I don't know if there's things like that in Wilds, where find a very specific enemy, you have to go to a very specific dungeon that has almost its own rules compared to the rest of the world.
No, there's nothing like that, but I think that's what would make this like collaboration be really interesting.
Yeah.
Would be to like, hey, maybe there's a breakaway wall that wasn't there before that leads into this.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you're like, what the heck? Like, we found new tracks leading to this wall, but though, like, there wasn't a wall here before. Like, what's going on? And yeah, just I don't know. I think that I really like that idea. That sounds really cool, actually.
Yeah. What I was gonna say, like in my mind, and this is not the case in the game, but in my mind, Fallout 76. If you're a Fallout fan, you will understand this. Pat, you won't because you don't play Fallout. But like in my mind, Fallout 76 is a Tranquility Lane situation, whereas the entire thing is a VR simulation in the world, as opposed to like part of like the story of like the Fallout 76 world that you're in is not real. You are in a vault, a Fallout vault, but you are in a VR simulation. So like they're just adding shit.
A vault within a vault.
That's my theory. But it's
damn.
In
but that's
Fallout
the game theory.
in Fallout 3, there is a vault that you go to where all of the vault dwellers are in these like VR pods. And you have to go into one of the pods to save your dad. That's whatever. That's a storyline. But then when you go into the pod, you're like in this like 1950s TV world, like Leave It to Beaver, called Tranquility Lane. It's all black and white, and it's this thing. And the person who runs it, the overseer of this vault, at that point in time has like essentially just become crazy and uses this Tranquility Lane world as their own personal playground to torture all the people, because when they die, they just come back, So he's just using this whole thing as like this torture chamber to like fuck with them and then kill them and reset it and then just do it all over again. So nothing is real until you go there and you whatever. But in my mind, Fallout 76, like that whole world is one of these VR simulations, because there's just shit that doesn't make sense chronologically, So something like this, like either bringing them into the Fallout or into the Monster Hunter world, or bringing Rathalos, that's a name that I recognize, like into the Fallout world, is just like, oh yeah, the people who are running the vault have this knowledge of Monster Hunter, and they're bringing the Rathalos in there. Like back and forth, in my mind, would make sense.
That would be that'd be a really cool way to put that in there.
Wouldn't happen though. Wouldn't fucking happen.
Shame.
Yeah. So, all right. Yeah, that was my last big question. Was your big crossover and how it would work, and if it would be better than the Fallout or the Final Fantasy 15 crossover with Assassin's Creed Origins, which was super weird.
That was
Very
a thing.
Weird. Do you not know about that?
Well, one, I'm not a big Assassin's Creed guy either.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess I wouldn't have no knowledge of that crossover.
I didn't know about it, or I think I read about it and then forgot it. And then a couple years later I played Assassin's Creed Origins, and I'm like just running through the desert, and there's a cutscene that happens where like a shooting star hits a pyramid or whatever. And I'm like, oh, that's a story thing, obviously. And you go there, and then all of a sudden, like, one of the Final Fantasy monsters shows up, and then one of the characters from Final Fantasy 15 shows up with their dumbass, like, clock sword and attacks it. What the hell? And then just, like, it's a fucking cutscene where all this shit happens, and then they both disappear, and then you end up with this Final Fantasy sword, and then you have a chocobo mount that you can ride around in Assassin's Creed. Like, it was just... Why?
That's odd.
It was so weird. But let's wrap up here. Once again, let's wrap up. What are you going to be streaming? Are you streaming stories? Are you streaming more of that? What's going on?
Yeah, so, I like to consider myself a variety streamer, but I do run a, Monster Hunter podcast. So right now I am doing Monster Hunter Stories. It is I'm really trying to get Monster Hunter Stories 1 and 2 done before March 13th because I would really love to get ready for that game. But yeah, if I'm ever on, follow me at twitch.tv/Krabby Patty. The Monster Hunter Stories streams are fun. If we ever have any monsters to or monsties to hatch from the eggs that we get, you know, I always ask the chat, hey, who wants to name their monstie and see their name in game or make up fun names. It's kind of like a Pokemon Nuzlocke situation.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you find that interesting or just kind of want to hang out or do whatever, just come through. I'll be streaming
when does
that there at
Stories
Twitch.
3 come out? You said early 26th? You said March?
Yeah, March 13th.
Okay. I'm just asking because I'm in a similar boat, but with the Yakuza series, where Yakuza Kiwami 3, which is a remake of Yakuza 3, comes out February 12th, and I want to play through. I just finished Yakuza Kiwami, which is a remake of Yakuza 1, and I want to finish Yakuza Kiwami 2 before 3 comes out.
I feel like I can hear Greg saying Kiwami, like he may have reviewed that one.
Maybe like years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
IGN days, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do that. So you're trying to finish Stories 1 and 2 before 3 comes out.
Yeah, trying to finish Stories 1 and 2 before 3 comes out. Of course, Monster Hunter title update 4 comes out. It's another big one. We have a returning endgame boss like an Elder Dragon called the Gogmazios that we haven't seen since Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. So that comes out December 17th when Fallout comes. So that's coming up soon. Gonna be playing that with the guys as well on my YouTube or Twitch channel as well. So if you
once
ever
again,
see me
link will be down
Hunter,
in the description.
Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, if you ever see me on Monster Hunter and show up in chat, say what's up. If you have the game, come through. We have the Palabros squad. So yeah, I'll send you an invite and we get to hunting.
This is just Coke, by the way. It's not another Guinness. I have another Guinness. I'm not drinking it now. Yeah. So, I don't have much else. I have a couple of announcements here that probably should have been done way earlier. I might cut this in earlier.
There you go.
And I might cut this out if things change. But today, as this drops, is Thanksgiving, November 27th. If you're listening to this on the day it came out. If you listen to it later, makes no sense. But Tuesday, December 2nd of our Lord 2025, you can find this asshole. That's me. It's me, Pat.
Oh, I was like, wait.
This asshole right here playing the Fallout 76 Burning Springs update, which is the one that adds the ghoul and a giant map update, the biggest map update in Fallout 76's history.
Ooh.
But you can see this guy playing it on Kinda Funny with Greg Miller in their game stream on December 2nd, Tuesday, the day it comes out.
Dude, that's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah. Unless, if things change, I'm going to cut this out. But December 2nd, Tuesday, December 2nd, the gameplay stream, which is after Kinda Funny Games Daily and the Games Cast, and then anything else they may have on that Tuesday. The games stream will be Fallout 76 Burning Springs. I will be on there as the resident Kinda Funny Fallout expert, playing Fallout 76 Burning Springs with Greg Miller and potentially other people. I'm not sure, but
man, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
definitely look forward to that one.
I'm gonna if I cut this out, I'm gonna fucking cry. But if I don't cut this out, I will also cry because I'm saying it out loud now for the first time, and I'm almost shaking because it's insane to think about. But yeah, other than that, yeah, We are doing a Fallout Season 2 in review, a weekly series starting. The idea is that an episode will drop on a Wednesday. So December 17th is episode 1. And then the next Tuesday, we will have a review / recap of that episode with a different guest every week. We're trying to get different guests from the Fallout 76 or just the Fallout content creation community. People that we've never had on the podcast before, including Flame Fox. And if you're a Fallout 76 fan, you will know the name Wreck-It Renee and Jessica Starr. They are going to be joining us. It's going to be fucking great. But every week, it's going to be a separate thing from the podcast. We're going to be doing that. But, yeah. It's going to be a good time. Pat.
Hawks.
Thank you so much for joining me and listening to me ramble as I drink and be sad about not having a job. And just talking about fucking Monster Hunter. I legitimately now I want to try out Wilds and I want to try out Stories more than anything.
I really think you're gonna like Stories.
Yeah.
Or at least have a better time into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much for having me. This is when you reached out to me, I was like, hell fucking yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
And I am a newer Storymoders podcast fan, so you guys do such really, really great work. I loved the Demon School review that you put up. That was
thank you so much.
An editing masterpiece. The deeper dive that you just threw up to as well with Mike was such a great deep dive. So, keep up the great work. You get to go play Fallout. Oh, you could cut this out, but you get to go play that. Hopefully, come the 2nd of December. And yeah, this was an absolute blast. I really look forward to the next time we could do something together.
Oh my god, dude! I feel like we have just barely scratched the surface on Monster Hunter talk.
Yeah,
and I'm not mad about it. We could probably keep going for a couple hours, but you have work in the morning. I don't. So
again, making me feel bad for providing. So yeah, thanks for that.
No, I'm good. We are going to be good. We are going to be set. I'm going to be. I'm hoping it's not going to happen because it sucks. The thing that sucks so much is that this week is Thanksgiving week, which means most companies are going to be closed from Wednesday or Thursday on.
Right.
So I'm going to send in applications, then nothing's going to happen till at the very earliest next week. And then the week after that, I'm going to Game Awards. So it's oh yeah, I would love to start, but give me another week and a half because I got plane tickets. You know what I mean? Shit like that. But,
I mean, on the bright side, you have all this Fallout 76 knowledge. So, when the nukes eventually drop and the world has turned to shit, you're going to be living your best life.
We've got 50 years until that happens, but still. I appreciate it.
Or 5 hours. Yeah.
Oh my god. I haven't looked at fucking political news in the last 2 hours, so shit might be going down right now. I don't know. Anyway.
Who knows?
Happy Thanksgiving. We didn't even talk about the fucking... I mentioned, be hey, should we talk about the food and anything? Because it's Thanksgiving Day. We didn't even, because there's so much other shit to talk about. So...
Maybe next Thanksgiving.
Next Thanksgiving. We'll see you next. I mean, I'll have you, you can join us any fucking time, but we're not going to talk about the Palico food until next November. So.
Perfect.
Yeah. All right, everybody. We will see you next week here on Storymoders. Mike will be back. We'll have some sort of I don't know what the topic is next week. It might just be me talking about playing 76 with Greg Miller and other people. So. But before we go, tell us your socials. Where can people find you?
Yeah, pretty much Krabby Patty on Instagram. Twitch.tv/Krabby Patty is where I do all my streaming. YouTube.com/Krabby Patty is, all the other types of games I play other than Monster Hunter. So you can find fighting game content there. You could find long form, let's plays. You can even find me doing a little bit of horse racing without all the guilt. Not playing Umasumi. And then for all your Monster Hunter content, if you like...
Fuck other goddamn horse racing games are there?
Pocket Card Jockey Game Freak, the people behind Pokemon, have been fucking playing this. They made this on 3DS, came to Switch. Pick it up now. It's like $10. It is amazing. I could go on for another like 3 hours about that, but check it out. You can also, if you also want to like a little taste of it, come through twitch.tv/KrabiPatty. Sometimes I'll be playing that in the morning. Name your horse. Let's go on a journey. Figure out how fast you can get us all the medals and all that stuff. But again, for all your Monster Hunter stuff, if you want to keep up on the latest Monster Hunter news, play fun trivia, watch us do fun in-game challenges like the ever-popular Monster Hunter roguelike, and just see 4 friends just have fun talking about one of their favorite game franchises, go ahead and check us out at youtube.com/thepalabros. Like, subscribe, share, helps us with the algorithm. And yeah, as always, from the Palabros, happy hunting.
We'll see you next time. And then